So morning guys, how are we doing? This is Tamar Lakes. So there's two lakes, or might be three, going on up the valley up there. And these are obviously reservoirs. And this reservoir here wouldn't have been so big a few years ago. Well, 100 odd years ago, I suppose. This is the overflow, spill off. That's the River Tamar down there. But just to the side of it here is the start of the Bude Canal. So let's go and have a look at that. There would have been a dam here because what they needed to do was hold back water for the canal. So although this part here was not actually used as a canal, it was the aqueduct. Water was fed from there along this channel all the way to Bude. Let's have a walk along here, see what we can see. Part of a sluice gate there. Again, another sluice gate, probably to control the water level. So I've just come down a little bit further down the road, probably quarter of a mile, half a mile. Had to go back to the car to get my glasses. So I'll just show you where we are. So this is the River Tamar. This is Devon, where I live. And that's Cornwall, where all the pirates live. So yeah, right on the border. This is probably 10 miles from my house, but we'll go back up to the canal. We'll have a look at this. This is a bit interesting. So guys, this is about the first part of the canal, really, where it turns into a canal. Water came from Tamar Lake that way. There was a boatyard here, I think. Not too sure. It wasn't initially used as part of the canal, but it was really for transferring the water down. But yeah, canal went on that way down towards Bude. So this part of the canal wasn't actually connected to Bude. I'll show you that in a second, what I mean by that, but let's go around and have a look at this little museum. Right, so Bude Canal today. So where are we? We are there. Well, that didn't work, did it? Let's try that. Hold the light there. We are there. Tamar Lake there. Then the canal comes down. And then across to Bude. Light's not very good in here, I'm sorry about that. Try not to bounce the light off of the signs for you. So, right, yeah, canal boats. They weren't like canal boats like we guys know it nowadays. They were small boats, like slightly bigger than that one, but I'll show you on the picture. Okay, so in order to save water, rather than have lock gates, they had inclined planes. And it's quite a good representation here. So if you imagine, just trying to hold the light as well, if you imagine your canal there, and then that machinery to haul the boat up, and then the boats actually had wheels on them that would drop down to the lower level and then into the canal at the lower level. So let's show you that. The boats had wheels, there were rails. I'll show you that on the pictures there. And like I said, they pulled the boats out of the water, run them down rails into the lower level, so there were no lock gates. Used a lot less water. And there's a leaflet there. Some dates for you. 1774, Act of Parliament. And I'm just thinking 1902, 1920s. Yeah, about 1900s it shut. Railway took over. That was the end of that. Right, let's just show, I'll show you this picture again at the top, because this is where we're going next. Just show you that one. So you can see the size of the boats there. So in that section there, there'd been a big bucket, used canal water, that then was used to counterbalance the boats, bring them back up. So this would have been a little wharf here. Probably, well, like I say, it's probably the start of the canal boat run. Then canal would have gone on that way down towards our next stop, which is that inclined plane. So I'll catch you when we're there, guys. So right, guys, just over there in the mist is the sea, and you can see this hill here. So basically the canal, this section of the canal ended here. So it would have come in here, then there would have been, about here, there's a bridge coming in over there, then about here the canal would have finished. And then the boats were dragged up and then dropped down over that hill there on an inclined plane. Now this was used the water, I think there's a shaft there, so there was a frame up here and a shaft with a big bucket in, and they filled that with water. That sunk down into the ground, and then that's what was used to pull the boats up and then down and counterbalance the boats as they went up and down there. So as one boat came down, another one came up. This was to save water. When the bucket got to the level at the bottom, the water was released out of it. I don't know how they did that, but the water was released and then came back up again. So we're not going to walk through the field because I'm not sure of the permission on this, but I do know there's a little pathway beside it that has got permission to walk. So let's walk through there. God, that made me jump. This is a little bit wet. Okay, and this is the start of the, you can see the ridge there, and this is the start of the inclined plane. So yeah, if I hold you level, you can see how long that is. So the boats would have gone down one side and up the other on the rails. So then the canal at the bottom would have carried on to Bude over there. So we'll go up to Bude next. So this is the wharf in Bude. Our little boats would have come in here All the canal boats would have been brought into here, because obviously the canal fed other spurs. All the goods boats would have been loaded, unloaded here, but our little boats were dragged out of the water here. They had a little further to go. So the boats were brought down here and rolled along this railway track that is still here. Now this is a little turntable for some of the smaller boats, or trucks probably, and this would have selected which railway line on the beach here they went off to. You can actually see the sleeper marks. Look. So what would have happened? The boats would have collected sand from various pits. We've gone right out, there's the swimming pool there, or the sea pool, and beyond that another beach, and they went out and collected the sand. That sand was dragged back all the way along the canal to where we started from, and used for enriching the soil. There's nitrates and stuff like that in this sand, and it makes a good fertiliser on the poor quality soil further inland. So yeah, that's it guys. Thanks for watching. I'm on the beach in Bude in the summer.